Hello, Sneaky Chiefy here, back again with the second game in a best of 3 semifinals match between our hero, MrMonty, part of the Art of Warfare clan, and he's up against Shitari. MrMonty won game 1 as the Magyars against Shitari's Vikings in early Castle Age with some great knight aggression. Hit Castle Age first, went all in knights and broke through the palisade wall, and after he destroyed the crossbowman army, that was all she wrote, and Tourny gave up. But it is a best of 3 in this 1v1 Empire Wars style tournament, very much like Red Bull Wololo, so these two players are back at it again. MrMonty is playing as the Berbers this time, and Shitari is playing as the Aztecs. He's already dropped a archery range, looks like, and MrMonty is dropping a stable, which isn't too surprising as the Berbers. Shitari's pushing out some Eagle Scouts right away too to try to stop this wall, which is a good choice. Aztecs obviously very strong infantry, Berbers is very strong cavalry civ with cheaper cavalry units. Though they don't get Paladin, they do have Hussar, they have all the blacksmith techs available, so he could go into hand cannoneer even as the Berbers if he wanted to. One build down though through these two Eagle Scouts. And it looks like, the second barrack going down from Shitari as he continues to wall up his side, looking to push the aggression as early as possible with Eagle Scouts, and he has done so. He sees very clearly that his opponent is fairly exposed. MrMonty is responding with another barracks of his own. They get champion, the Berbers do, so he could tech into champion, though the response would be Aztec Special Unit Jaguar Warrior. He could tech into, MrMonty could tech into hand cannoneer to combat the infantry push if he wanted to. He also has really good cavalry archers and camel archers if he wants to do that with a little bit more mobility. So lots of good versatile civ, the Berbers. So we'll have to see what happens. But meanwhile, Shitari is in with his initial raid. Spearmen and 3 Eagle Scouts. MrMonty dumps some men-at-arms out to combat this. So far, MrMonty's lost with 1 villager.
Here?
And gets scared away by these men-at-arms before losing another. Spearmen down. Eagle Scouts will get out. MrMonty trying to raid on the other side. Very tight circle of walls here from Shitari. He definitely not looking to have his enemy break in like last time. That's for sure. And it turns out, in Game 1 I mentioned that this was kind of like Red Bull Wololo in the Empire Wars format, 1v1 Empire Wars, and it turns out it's an exact replica of the maps too. This map that we're playing is RBW3 Acclivity, is what they call it, with kind of this high ground ridge in the middle between the two players' valleys, and then an external ridge around both players' bases with lots of extra resources available for the taking, though a bit exposed out there. And obviously you can't build on this broken ground, so. Classic Red Bull Wololo style. These maps all encourage early aggression and constant aggression, where it's difficult to wall off once players start expanding, so we see a lot of raids back and forth. It creates kind of a messy game, but really fun to watch. So, looking forward to see what happens, see if MrMonty can advance to the finals for this tournament. Looks like archers coming out as well from Shitari to accompany those Eagle Scouts. 2 archery ranges and 2 barracks. He probably switched to archers once he saw the infantry response. This group of Eagle Scouts is a little scary. Shitari's going to look to slowly build this number, trying to keep as many of these guys alive as he can. Because once the Eagle Warriors get in mass, they are very dangerous. Very tough to stop. But again, the Berbers do get champion, which would be a good choice. They also get hand cannoneer, which would be a good choice to counter the Eagle Warriors. And they will break through here, though the second layer of building walls is pretty effective. So these archers have fletching. Still fuel age, so no ballistics yet. Oh, sniped. On the other side, some more man-at-arms in waiting. MrMonty... Nope, it's Chitari's the first to click up to Castle Age. MrMonty right behind him. Just clicked up to Castle Age himself. So both players holding their walls for now, keeping raids to a minimum. I think the KD is in Chitari's favor at the moment with that one. Oh no, 303. Yeah, some spearmen died. I was going to say the 1 or 2 villagers sniped by Chitari early, but those got offset by a couple spearmen that MrMonty has sniped himself. This is a tough combo though. 6 Eagle Scouts and 9 Archers. You can't push forward with the man-at-arms because the Archers will knock them out. Pretty tough. MrMonty's just going to look to build his wall up behind all this as he adds another stable. Knights would be a good counter to this combo. And again, the cheaper cavalry units out of stables, so as soon as he hits Castle Age, I know MrMonty loves his Knights, and that's what I'm expecting him to start pumping out real quick here. Watch out, Bills, watch out, watch out. Oh! Don't move back! Oh, close. Very close. Chitari instantly clicking into crossbow rather than the eagle warrior tech. Probably a good call considering how many man-at-arms he's seen to date. MrMonty is going to come up right behind. Going to keep those man-at-arms safe for now. He's going to start pumping out knights, I'd imagine. Got 3 knights coming out of all 3 stables. Won't take long to get numbers there, get 9 knights. Crossbows just coming in, and these... So he's got Bodkin Arrow now too. No padded armor though. Only 5 Eagle Scouts. We do have some upgrades, but MrMonty's doing a good job. I lost another bill there. Is this bill too? Yep. MrMonty's done a good job of walling up a secondary wall to keep the raid impact to a minimum. But he's definitely under a lot of pressure here, so... Is that a siege workshop? Yeah, he'll probably start building up a mangonel to combat this massive archers. He does have the score lead as of now. It's booming behind all this. Chitari's invested a lot into this army. Eagles are expensive. There's a lot of gold units on the field right now. 26. Chitari and the Aztecs have great monks, and he's obviously going to look to take advantage of the map control that he has and start collecting these relics that are just sitting out for the taking. Here come the Knights, 9 of them. That's the magic number. They are upgraded, but that's a lot. 22 crossbows will melt some Knights. He's going to look to use the mangonel in conjunction with the Knights. Dropping a second town center. Jump back over to Chitari, who's done a good job keeping the fight at his enemy's base. He's got 3 TCs. He's booming away back there and is taking the score lead. Crossbowmen are going to sit tight on the hill. Double monastery, so yeah, he could easily rely on the Aztec monks to convert some of these knights. Very scary army composition and good quick walls too to keep these knights away from his archers. Using the monk, it's a quick conversion. These Eagle Warriors will see the mangonel shot. He gets one in. Does hit a few, but he loses the mangonel. I don't think Monty will be too happy with that. He does snipe a lot of those Eagle Scouts, but loses 1 knight. It's down from 9 knights to 5. And he did, what did he kill? Just a few, and he lost his mangonel. Killed a few archers maybe, and a couple of those Eagle Scouts. Yeah, I don't think Monty will be too happy with that. But he'll keep pumping out cheap knights. Meanwhile, Chitari going with the monk-archer combo. Expect another mangonel or 2 from the Berber player to try to get another big shot in. But map control solidly in Chitari's favor at the moment. And this is a scary 25 and counting archers. And Chitauri will keep pumping out Eagle Scouts too to try to maybe get 4 or 5 of them and raid the economy behind the front lines. Meanwhile, while all that was going on, a 3rd TC was placed by MrMonty, so he's going for a 3 TC approach just like his opponent. And these monks are going to keep the knights at bay. 4 monks. 28 crossbowmen. And the knights will circle around and try to hit the raid the eco behind Chitauri's front lines. And there's a lot to hit back there, so MrMonty is really good at this. His Eagle Scouts, Chitauri's Eagle Scouts are scouting around to get the lay of the land. MrMonty may already see that this gold is being taken. He definitely sees this wood right here. It'll be interesting to see how that raid goes. Oh, good hit! Nice! Oh man, that was maybe like 6 or 7 right there. Here comes the rage on the other side. He did see this gold was being mined. He's certainly about to. So that's 8 villagers gone. No TC to put them in. He may have even chose not to hit this woodline because he saw the TC. But yeah, that's a great raid right there. On top of hitting the Mid-Elo. And he's popping out light cavalry to try to snipe these monks as well. So 5 monks. Mid-Elo of his own. 6 monks, I should say. He's starting to collect. He's starting to collect relics. But this knight army, he can't ignore it. 10 knights sitting in the back is definitely scary, and there's a lot of fills exposed.
Azul.
Yeah? Lots to watch for me. Here comes the cav push and the Mid-Elo snipe. And the raid on the other side. Sending the light calves in on the monks. Gets 1 monk. Light cav is the counter to monks. 2 monks down. 3 monks down. Gets 1 conversion. 4, 5, 6 monks. All the monks will die. He did get a conversion on a knight. Oh, nice move! Using the villager to snipe that one last hit. All this is going on while the knights on the other side are kind of stuck under the TC fire, so they're dying, but it is a lot of idle time. And they're sniping a few military units. Not sure how many villagers they got in total, but all in all, MrMonty is being pushed off his front TC. He did clear up 6 monks, that's 1,200 gold worth. But the bulk of Archer Ball, if you will, is still kicking. But there's no monks to worry about, so 15 knights will do a big dent in this archers. And if he's smart, he'll send this TC as well, or this Mid-Elo. If he's more concerned with this ball of archers who hide amongst the TC, so he's going to try to snipe before a village or 2. Oh, it's tough. A lot of knights are going to go down here, but I think he's going to get... Oh, this is pain. Chitauri's giving up. I don't know about that, man. I guess he had the map position. Well, congrats, MrMonty. You got the win again. It seems like Chitauri folded a little easy in my mind. Maybe that raid really got
Azul.
knocked into his head. Let's take a look at the stats. Villagers. Chitauri still has the villager lead. His KD, not great though. 43 to 86. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe he got a little intimidated, I don't know. Let's take a look at the resources. Chitauri had a whole lot of gold left and a lot of wood. He could have kept pumping out siege and archers. Some pikemen even. But yeah, I guess he ended up deciding he couldn't win, and MrMonty will advance to the finals in this tournament. Another relatively quick game, but again, that's Empire Wars for you. Usually they end pretty fast. Action comes hot and heavy really early. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something maybe that you could take to your own Empire Wars experiences. We'll come back, I'm sure, with the finals that MrMonty plays in and see who he's up against next. Thanks for watching. This is Sneaky Chiefy, signing out.